Hey everybody, welcome back to Valentine TV. This is take 2 of Murad's rant. Murad Merali'S rant. Alright, because I forgot to put myself on the stage and y'all could not hear me. Okay, so yes, that's my friend and it's worth doing it over. When y'all hear what he gotta say, y'all be like, yeah, I see it. I just wish it was earlier in the day though, but I'm doing it again. This is my buddy. All right, then, Murad. Here we go. As you come in, y'all, please hit that subscribe button. We're 18, not 11. I miscounted, got too happy. We're 18 away from the 1,000 mark. Okay, 18 away, y'all. Cause I'm make sure y'all. I'm gonna let y'all count. How many say we got? 982. We got 982. So I'm saying 18 away. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna let Murad rant. Murad talks so fast, y'all. It's hard for me to stop him sometimes. So I'm gonna try my best, okay? All right. He's from the UK, but he's in I think Switzerland or Spain. All right, here we go, Murad. Get us up.
So now that Diddy has basically been acquitted and set to be released after his short prison sentence for what it seems like, Page Six are reporting that Kanye West and P. Diddy are working on a joint album, and we all know that that album is going to go platinum copper and definitely reach the bottom in the bubbling under Hot 1000 chart. I don't think that this album is going to do anything. It's not going to work. People are not going to buy it. They just don't have the star power anywhere. Kanye himself recently was just rejected from Australia due to the fact that he was releasing songs that were very offensive. So I don't think they have any star power together. Definitely not Diddy. He is at the bottom of the PR scale. Nobody would even want to work with him in terms of returning to the music industry. And I think it's so far-fetched and ridiculous that we have gone from a trial, a verdict, to even a discussion of this man producing albums and returning to the music industry. If Kanye is a way of doing so, you are going nowhere. You obviously can't go with your sons to produce new music because both Christian and Justin or whoever else wanted to make music have not gone anywhere with their music anyways. So Diddy himself doesn't even have any musical talent. From history, it shows that he's taken from his bad boy employees who were, musicians. And outside of that, he was threatening producers to steal beats from them so that he could use them for his music. The man is not lyrically talented either. He can't even rap. He's not musically talented, doesn't have a musical talent within his bone, and I'm sure he doesn't have any need.
Oh, Murad, boy. Murad be on it. I'm gonna tell you. Murad. Let me make sure that's not my
at this point because he's been on his floors given the Glock 5000.
He's talking about at the prison. He always, the jail. He always say he's on his knees giving the Glock 5,000.
Okay, I feel like I need to get that out of me. But yeah, I just think that this particular album between Kanye and Diddy is not going to work. It just looks ridiculous, and I just think that it is an absolute joke that these two men can even come together to do such madness after everything that they've been accused of and everything that they both have gone through. Hey guys, it's Murad Merali, daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And let's get straight into this video coming to you guys from Madrid, Spain, where a lot is basically being discussed as of right now in regards to P. Diddy and just his conversation of his return to the music industry. I'm so sorry. I am not jumping on this bandwagon or flipping on Cassie. And, other people like Funk Flex have come out to basically drag her, saying that she was part of this. She's just as guilty as Diddy. And, she's just as evil. Cassie is not the Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm so sorry. That's Miss Christina Coram, the auntie over there in the corner. That is Diddy's accomplice, not Cassie, because as far as I'm concerned, she did not want to even do these freak-offs or even be in this position. Last time I checked, she was 19, signing a music record with Diddy, excited to be this big star, and Diddy, who was much older, took absolute advantage of her. I think everybody forgets that when she went into this music world, or when she met these men, when she met Diddy, she was a very young person. She was 19 years old. The huge age disparity between Diddy and many others, and how they used her and groomed her, and then, of course, all of this freak-off madness was happening because Diddy told her to. The fact that that man even came out in my last video to call out Cassie and etc. and accuse her of XYZ, why are you doing this now? Why didn't you do it prior to the trial, during the trial?
Is he talking about the man that wrote that darn book that has the so-called lawsuit out now on Cassie and Diddy? Because I did go to another content creator, King World's page, and I heard the recordings of the. If he's talking about the same man, I forgot his name. But yeah, that ain't even they type anyway. So when I looked at him, but hey, I be going by the paperwork. But anyway, if it's that man, is go to King World's page. You'll hear the video, the tape. What with him and his baby mama going back and forth, and he has an awesome baby mama. Not baby mama, but ex girlfriend. I hate it. He messed all the way up, all the way around. Now he probably going to jail for telling her. That's why they ain't call his butt, because he wouldn't tell him the truth. Anyway, here we go, Murad. Go ahead.
After Cassie's lawsuit, why have you come out now after Diddy has been acquitted of, particular charges? I know what you are, and the game is running stale. The storylines have run dry. It doesn't make any sense to me. She's not this particular, right-hand woman to Diddy who was abusing people left, right, center. Like, read between the lines, stay educated, and let's not be dumb. Let's be dense another day, because I'm not jumping on this bandwagon. I don't like this flip that people are trying to do, because people even still had energy for Cassie when she came out with a lawsuit. Then they quietened down after that Diddy hotel video got leaked, and now they're back on Cassie. I feel like people are waiting to go on Cassie, waiting to jump on her, and it doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry. How can you even see a video of her in a hotel being dragged back into a room, multiple pictures of her injuries, and preventing her from leaving the hotel, and text messages of her during the trial where she said she didn't even want to do these freak offs, and suddenly she is now this big villain who is the accomplice of Diddy? Like, are you dumb? It doesn't make any sense. If you want to argue that Cassie may have not been sex trafficked or trafficked, cool, that's a whole different conversation. But to suddenly play the game that she's an accomplice of Diddy or the right-hand woman of Diddy is such an insult to not only me, but multiple people, and an insult to my intelligence. Let's not try and berate my intelligence here when it comes to this conversation. Sure, there may have been times where she was consensual and wanted to do things. Sure, there may have been times where she contacted these men, all under the rules of Diddy, all under the pressure of Diddy. If Diddy did not exist in this picture, she will not be doing these freak-offs. If Diddy did not exist in these pictures, she will not be doing these freak-offs. Please, let's not be dense right now. Let's be dense another day, not today. Streets are saying that Jay-Z are worried. The streets are saying, guys, that Jay-Z is worried basically with all of this that has happened. There were huge conversations so many people were having outside of the courtroom in regards to basically...
I haven't heard anything about Jay-Z being as worried. But I'm going to tell you this. I did hear that he had went out for this big loan, because all their assets, all their money is in assets, But he went out to get a big loan, y'all. And I heard it denied. I forgot where I heard it from. That's why I don't like telling stuff. But anyway, denied. Because of the rumors of the allegations. I think that's why they, that's when he was going through that, the first Busby thing about the 13-year-old. Right? Excuse me. Y'all know YouTube what I mean.
Jay-Z being somebody next. Jay-Z is the one that is becoming too powerful. People are, keeping a close eye on this man. They want to know what might happen next with him, because he is somebody who has very much control over court cases of other musicians, and basically controls the verdict of what happens to them and what might happen in the future and how people can get acquitted. Jay-Z apparently has helped them. He apparently has so much judiciary power in regards to his connections with judges and a lot of these, criminal lawyers and prosecution and etc., that, some entities are quite worried about the fact that this man has too much power. And remember, these musicians that you all listen to that are your favorites are all puppets. None of them are radical artists. No. Not even Kendrick. I'm so sorry. None of these people are. If you want to talk...
All right. Don't stop you right there. Until I find out something about Kendrick, I love me some Kendrick. I don't give a crap. That's my ringtone on my phone. So until I hear something bad about Kendrick, no, we ain't going there, Murad. I love you though. Hey, Deborah, I had to do it all over. Forgot to put myself on stage, girl.
talk about somebody who's been radical and being cancelled right now, Bob Dylan is right there. That man is an example of radical artist that is basically, if you're seeing everywhere, is being cancelled left, right, center, and it's extremely scary what has happened. So I just feel like everybody is worried that, not worried. I feel like Jay-Z is worried, that he could basically be next, and that, Diddy doesn't really have a connection with him anymore. Diddy's getting out in a couple of years. What's that going to look like? Because Jay-Z basically left him for the wolves. And so, of course, Diddy remembers all of this that has happened. And I genuinely believe that Diddy has been able to come out because he did not snitch on anyone like Epstein. Epstein was ready to sing for the Canaries, whereas Diddy was like, I'm keeping my mouth quiet, I'm going to be behaved, I'm not going to say anything. I also feel like the raids that happened in Diddy's house was purely done to get those tapes. The prosecution or the police, the government was ordered by certain people above, get these tapes, get in there, get whatever Diddy had, because that man Diddy learned to film everybody at a young age in the time of his career to take advantage of people. So the government was like, get these tapes and get all of them and make sure we clear all of that madness that Diddy has on these hard drives. Once we get all of that, then we can see what this man is going to snitch. Or he's not going to snitch. Let's, basically allow him to go based on his good behavior of not snitching on his higher ups and executives. This was also a bit of a shakedown for Diddy because he tried to come for Diageo, and therefore they tried to get help, basically, bring him down. And I genuinely believe that one of the reasons why he was free or allowed to be or get all of these main charges acquitted and protect his assets, because, his assets are now protected because the RICO charge doesn't affect him, is because the man did not snitch on these higher ups and executives that he is surrounded and flooded by, that helped expedite his career and where he is today.
All right. Y'all see what I mean? You got to pick the right part to stop Murad. Thought he can go, boy. UK accent. But yeah, dang, he made me forget what I was going to say. Diddy, Murad. But anyway, I heard it was Lil Rod that was the reason that they did the whatchamacallit. And as far as the Epstein tapes and all of that stuff, I don't know. You don't know. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Diddy owes Shine 10 years. Now, y'all know Shine did 10 years for Diddy back in the day, and he didn't say not one word. Y'all know Shine didn't do that pow in that club, but he did them 10 years for Diddy. So Diddy owe him at least 10 years now. That's what I think. That's it. That's what I had to say. I just forgot.
I can understand why Jay-Z would be worried. He does have a lot of judiciary power. He has so much influence over other musicians and what happens, whether they're going to get criminally prosecuted or not. And I think that is definitely something that is only growing for him. And the more that grows, the more power that he has, somebody or entity will take that down and remind them that you're just doing way too much and you can't be more powerful than us, than me. Remember, none of these artists and musicians that you're looking at and watching and listening to are radical, are extremely, powerful. And if they get to that place, they will be taken down. Yes, Diddy, I believe, is guilty of some of the charges. And I definitely believe that he is an evil, bad person. But I also believe that he had a lot of power on other people because of the tapes and stuff that he kept hidden. Like, let's be for real. This man had weapons, firearms in his property with serial numbers scratched off. I don't understand why this man is not facing a long sentence for that specific action alone. Because how are you even obtaining weaponry and you're taking off all of the details of it? That is insanely illegal. It is catastrophic. And it's just beyond madness. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. Do you guys feel like Jay-Z should be worried, because he's becoming too powerful and with the fact that he has power over the future of so many artists who are in jail or facing XYZ? And the thoughts on P. Diddy and Kanye's album, which I definitely feel like is going to go platinum copper. I don't think anybody's going to be buying that, guys. Anybody. Cassie is not this right-hand woman that people are now trying to suddenly make her out to be, which I feel like is being funneled by men more than women. I just don't think that that's the gag. I'm so sorry. I know you lot want that. And it's so funny to me that these men are not directing their energy to Auntie Christina. She's right there with her 40,000 teeth. You can simply go and direct your energy to her for all the madness that she's been accused of doing, and for the fact that Diddy himself said that this is the right-hand woman to my business for over nearly 10 years. Why are you not directing your energy to her and finding out where this woman was or currently is right now? I don't understand. Make it make sense, because it doesn't to me. Subscribe.
All right, y'all. That's it. Okay, that's it. Thank y'all for coming back, Deborah. Hey, thank you. Yeah, almost 1,000, almost, y'all. Making it on up. But yeah, it's a shame if I've got to put myself up, and then you couldn't even hear me. So I had to do it over. I said, oh my God, Murad. So glad you my buddy, boy. Anyway, I will see y'all later, okay? Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one or not. Well, it's early for me. All right. I know. Hey. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll see you later. Bye.